The Brady Bunch wouldn't have been the show we all know and love if it weren't for the blended family's witty and all-around lovable housekeeper, Alice Nelson. Her character's addition to the sitcom was essential, and the actress who played her, Ann B. Davis, shined in the role for all 5 seasons of the series' run. Sadly, Davis is no longer with us. Stay tuned to learn all about her tragic death in 2014, some 40 years after the Brady Bunch wrapped up in 1974. Ann Davis's early life. Davis was born in Schenectady, New York on May 3, 1926. She was a twin born to Marguerite and Cassius Miles Davis. Her twin sister's name was Harriet, and she had an older brother and sister as well. At the age of 3, Davis and her family relocated to Erie, Pennsylvania. After graduating from Strong Vincent High School, she enrolled at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. At first, she signed up for pre-med, but she soon discovered she had a greater interest in theater and decided to study drama instead. Davis graduated with a degree in speech and drama in 1948. One of her first TV roles was serving as a musical judge on the ABC talent search show Jukebox Jury from 1953 to 54. Her first major television success was portraying the character Charmaine Schultz on The Bob Cummings Show from 1955 to 59. The only reason she auditioned for the show in the first place was because her friend's boyfriend was the casting director and thought she'd be perfect for the part. For that role, Davis ended up winning 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. After winning her second Emmy, Davis's twin Harriet reportedly wired her a message saying, quote, "One of us was bound to have twins." Davis's next significant TV appearance was guest starring on The Ford Show starring Tennessee Ernie Ford in 1958. 2 years later, she received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Around this time, Davis was keenly focused on theater. In 1958, she appeared in a national touring company production of Thornton Wilder's play, The Matchmaker. That play saw her co-starring with her Bob Cummings Show castmate Lyle Talbot. In 1960, she was selected to replace Carol Burnett as Princess Winifred in the Broadway musical Once Upon a Mattress. In 1963, Davis starred in a pilot for the NBC series Get With It. The show was a spin-off of the military school comedy McKeever and the Colonel. The show didn't get picked up, but it did send Davis to the hospital during production when she sustained a strained arch while performing in prolonged marching scenes. That same year, Davis was a member of a comedy troupe on the 1963 series The Keith Purcell Show. From 1965 to 66, Davis co-starred with Dynasty's John Forsythe and Bride of Frankenstein's Elsa Lanchester in the short-lived NBC comedy The John Forsythe Show. Becoming Alice, the Brady housekeeper. After spending a decade or so after her time on The Bob Cummings Show, starring in TV shows, films, and plays, Davis landed the role of Alice Nelson in 1969. Initially, the show's producers wanted film actress Kathleen Freeman, but when Florence Henderson was cast as Carol, they changed their minds and gave the role to Davis because they thought the 2 actresses balanced out each other quite nicely. At first, the producers had no clue just how integral of a character Alice would be, but thanks to her powerful performance, she quickly proved herself to be an irreplaceable asset. Brady creator Sherwood Schwartz's son Lloyd Schwartz later told the San Antonio Express-News his father wasn't the one who created Alice. The character ultimately was the creation of Ann B. Davis herself. Sherwood only ever wanted a funny housekeeper, but he ended up getting a whole lot more, and America got a lot more as well. Davis drew upon her own life experiences when developing Alice's backstory. Shortly after high school, Davis started doing maid work to help pay for her twin sister's college tuition. She desperately wanted to be a doctor, but was unable to afford to go to school on her own. Before we tell you more about Ann B. Davis, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Ann B. Davis's post-Brady life. ABC canceled The Brady Bunch in 1974 after it ran for 5 seasons, but the show's cast members continued to reunite and reprise their roles in the ensuing years for Brady-related films and TV shows like The Brady Bunch Variety Hour and The Brady Brides. Davis even made a brief cameo in the 1995 film The Brady Bunch Movie, playing a truck driver named Schultz, an obvious reference to her time on The Bob Cummings Show. Not long after the sitcom ended, Ann moved from LA to Denver, where she joined a close-knit Episcopal community led by Bishop William C. Frey and proceeded to devote much of her time serving the church. In 1994, Davis published a cookbook entitled Alice's Brady Bunch Cookbook. The book also included recipes provided by Brady cast members. Also in '94, Davis made a cameo as Alice Nelson in the film Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult. In the early '90s, Davis made a return to theater. She performed in Arsenic and Old Lace, as well as both the Broadway and world tour productions of Crazy for You. She never completely retired from acting. In her later years, Davis was the spokesperson for Shake and Bake and appeared in a series of commercials promoting the product. She later appeared in several ads for Swiffer. Her final appearance was in TV Land's The Brady Bunch 35th Anniversary Reunion Special, Still Brady After All These Years, in 2004. In 2007, the Brady Bunch was awarded with the TV Land Pop Culture Award at the 5th Annual TV Land Awards. Davis and several of her former Brady castmates accepted the award and received a standing ovation. Ann's death and legacy. On June 1, 2014, the news broke that Davis had suddenly passed away shortly after having a fall in her bathroom. The fall led to her suffering from what's known as a subdural hematoma, which is bleeding in the brain caused by head trauma. The injury caused her to slip into a coma before ultimately taking her life. The 88-year-old legendary actress died in her home in San Antonio in the company of Bishop Frey and his wife Barbara. Sources close to Davis say she was in remarkably good health prior to her fall, so her death came as a shock. Davis was laid to rest in the St. Helena's Columbarium and Memorial Gardens in Bern, Texas. While the world will always remember her as Alice, Davis would likely rather be remembered for her strong faith and devotion to God. Davis was never married, nor was she linked with any romantic partners. As such, she didn't have children either. But she found happiness and a sense of purpose in her Episcopal community. Now it's time to hear from you. What are your fondest memories of Ann B. Davis in her role as Alice the Housekeeper? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. By the way, if you haven't joined Factsverse as a member yet, be sure to look below this video and click the join button. By becoming a paid member of Factsverse, you'll get access to exclusive video content that you won't find anywhere else. This includes some of our more mature content that isn't suitable for public audiences, which includes topics like Hollywood actresses who posed for Playboy and some of the steamiest moments in movie history. Plus, you can enjoy these videos completely ad-free. Our biggest fans will notice they also get badges next to their name when they leave comments on our videos. We pay special attention to comments from our members, and so do other viewers. So if you want exclusive content from Factsverse or inside access to discussions with other community members, click the join button to get started for just $4.99. There are hours of members-only videos waiting for you, with new videos added every month. And we're actively working on bringing even more features to help fans like you connect with other members and get more of your favorite content. Just click join, and we'll see you inside the membership tab.